and it looks a lot like Donald himself, and I'm like, oof, you must feel so proud right now. Like, look at that mini me.
Yeah, exactly. Look at mini me. It's so tall. One of the few things that President Donald Trump did once he got inaugurated, I think he did this the next day, was that he pardoned all the offenders from the January 6th incident. And for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, it was the run on the Capitol when he lost the election before this one to Joe Biden. The supporters that ran through the Capitol even hurt some police officers. So there were violent offenders and there were non-violent offenders, just protesters and all that. They had it on the record that they had committed a crime against the Constitution, against the United States. And some of them were even in jail. Now, Donald Trump came in and just gave every single one of them a pardon. What that means is that the ones that were in jail got released. The ones that just have it on their record that they had committed a crime, for every one of them, it gets striked out. Now they are on a clean slate. What are your thoughts?
I haven't thought about this. My thoughts. I mean, I would say that, yeah, I don't think it's the right thing to do. I would argue that it's not the best precedent when it comes to things of this nature or like events of this nature. I feel like it's quite similar to what you said about Biden doing when he was like having his last day in the office, right? So I feel like he's absolutely just feeling like, yeah, because I'm the president now, I have the power to do this now, and I will do it. But I don't think, giving those, we can't even call them criminals anymore because he just uncriminalized them. All right.
Exactly, he decriminalized them, exactly, or uncriminalized them. Yeah, he just wiped it clean. And those guys actually went through a process, you know? They went through the legal process. They definitely committed a crime.
Yeah.
And see, this is different. It just basically came in and said, well, they committed that crime on my behalf. Or they committed that crime in my name because they loved me. Which, you know, it's the point of TikTok or whatever. Because they love me, do you know what? Yeah, you are safe. You wiped that police officer's face with a stick because you loved me. Do you know what? I don't care about the police officers. You love me. Go for it. You're safe. That's how it seems to me. Like, exactly. You know, we can try to draw the distinction between the violent offenders and the non-violent offenders. But to give every single one of them a blanket pardon, that's an issue. I would have preferred if Donald had said, well, some of you were just protesting because you felt that the election had not reflected what you believed it would. So yes, for you guys, maybe the punishment shouldn't be as heavy. But you guys that in my name went into the Capitol, took the staff of the Senate or whatever, and destroyed stuff, you need to understand that even though you are supporting me, even though you're doing that because you felt odd that I lost the election, you cannot do that. And there are consequences for those type of actions. So maybe you grant clemency but not wipe their entire record. Or you reduce their terms. But to say everything clean slate, that person is exactly the same as I am in the face of the American law today, or American law enforcement. That's crazy. I think that's crazy.
I mean, yeah, we're talking about this, but now I'm thinking about the fact that even Trump himself, like, you know, he's supposed to be a criminal at this point, no? And the whole thing is just messed up, right? It's like, yeah, I see him also getting out of all these convicted felonies that he already got convicted for, and he's just extending that, like, you know what? Let's use this to the maximum, right?
Baron Trump, Donald's son. I mean, what are your thoughts? Like, just as a man, do you think that how proud can a son make you? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what is the peak of being proud of his son? He did huge things to help his dad get the first seat, to get the presidential seat. And he did that and came to the inauguration and he owned it. Like, he owned it so majestically. You know, when he stood up and he's like, yes.
Yeah.
And then I have a very tall son named Barron. Has anyone ever heard of him?
Like, how proud can a father want to be?
I saw it on Donald's face, definitely. Like that moment, he was super proud. Like, I'm like, yeah, it's just a question you ask us.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, that was really nice to see, because the boy himself is just one cocky guy. You can't, like, he stood up without any sort of shrinking yourself or whatever. It was really full of it. Like, yeah, I'm that guy, and it looks a lot like Donald himself. And I'm like, oof, you must feel so proud right now. Like, look at that mini me.
Yeah, exactly. Look at Minimi. He's so tall. Trump was like, I don't even know what to say. Just look at him. Yeah, if they tell you that this boy won the election, can you argue against it? Yeah, you have to believe. Look at him, and the boy owned it.